Right, geezers, so I have made this video so you know exactly what you're doing with MyFitnessPal. So you'll have a meal plan set from me, but I'll also have set you your calories, your proteins, your fats and your carbs. Your protein, your fats and your carbs is what's called your macros, but I won't go into that today. But basically, I'll have set you them numbers and a day of eating, like I'll have given you a meal plan. You probably won't be able to stick to that 100% of the time for months and months and months and months and months and months on end, unless you're a fucking robot. So the chances are you'll want a little bit of variety in there. And you know, occasionally I might change the odd meal for you, things like that. I'll give you a couple options. But ultimately, this is probably the best way to have flexibility in your nutrition. So let's say, for example, Monday to Friday, you want to follow that day of eating that I've set you. But then Saturday, Sunday, you want to do things with the family. You don't really want to be taking your Tupperware to fucking, I don't know, Cannonall Farm or whatever. And you want to, you know, eat out a little bit. Then the way I do that is you download MyFitnessPal, or even if you just want to mix up what meals you have, evening meals, things like that. So what you do is you download MyFitnessPal. It's a calorie tracking app, and I'll show you how to use it. So first of all, click on there. Then you're going to go into your goals section in the settings. Click on this button here, and you're going to start modifying your calories. Let's move this shit out of the way. So as you can see here, I'm changing them to something that might be a bit more realistic to someone who's in a fat loss phase on a high protein diet, basically. So once you set these numbers, you basically set them to whatever I've set your numbers at in your diet plan. So you'll get these numbers alongside your meal plan. So when you do go on MyFitnessPal, you can set them to them exact numbers. So let's say, for example, you've set them to that. You go back on. Okay, now you can see you've got breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, exercise, water. Don't worry about exercise or water. You don't have to track that if you don't want to. Food side of things, you can put it all in breakfast, you can put it all in dinner, you can put it all in lunch. It does not matter on the app. Then what you want to do is, just pause that a sec, go over to settings again, and you need to select, well, it says it there, doesn't it? You need to select steps. Go on there, and make sure it's on this setting here. Do not track steps. Basically what happens is, if it tracks your steps, if it's on like this or that, it basically tells you to eat more food, but sometimes it can be a bit confusing where like it'll just say you've got this much left, and you'll be like, oh fuck, that's sweet, and you'll keep eating, and it comes to the end of the week or the end of 4 weeks, I've had it before, and it's like, oh fuck, I've been eating extra 400 calories because of my exercise, and that's why I haven't lost weight. So make sure this button here is selected. Then it'll just take us back over to the actual thing. Okay, now I'll show you how to actually input food. You can input, there's fucking everything on here. You can input anything. You can also use the scan the barcode as well. But for example, I'm just going to put in like my breakfast here. So this is the exact brand of protein I use. I'm going to put in the exact amount. So change that to 1 gram serving size, and then change that to 40 so I can actually enter it. Then I have oats, Aldi's oats, everyday essentials. And I'm going to put in actually 50 because fat loss phase. And then I might have 100 grams of frozen, not frozen, blueberries. Okay? But then in the afternoon, I might fancy getting a fucking Mackey's because I'm out and about. But I know that Mackey's do a grilled wrap, so it's a slightly better option. I'm going to find the one that is the one that I'm actually having. Make sure it's the UK. And I'm going to select that bad boy, and that's what I'm going to have. So as you can see, garlic mayo wrap, selected that, now that's in, and now as you can see at the top here, it's brought down my calories. I've got this much left, and this is the fats, carbs and protein I've got left to eat. So as you can see, and you know, you can eat these different things. Okay, you can also have, there's everything in here, like fucking alcohol job lot. So what I'm going to do now is, so something I actually missed there. So if you go on, so you can actually click on, once you've entered that food, you can click on nutrition at the bottom, and it'll give you the breakdowns of what you've got left to do. So you click on there, right, you've had 59 grams of protein so far, we know we've got to get 240. So in this example, you probably have to get some, like, because you're eating out and having that, you have to add the McDonald's wrap, you're probably going to have some like a chicken salad later, or like something else that's high protein, super low calories, so you can get this protein bumped up, because you've only got 33 grams of fat left to have and only 90 grams of carbs, but you've got 181 grams of protein left to have. So these are the things that you have to take into consideration if you are going to go and have like some fast food, for example. But you can do it and you can still get in shape. This is my point. So just to prove a point even more, I'm going to actually enter a beer. So here, if you type in any beer, so pint of Stella. So if you go pint of Stella, make sure it's like as accurate as you can. So 227 calories, and there you go. So now I've got 1,133 calories left. So you can literally type in anything in this bad boy. Super easy to use. People get put off by it. They're like, oh, I don't know if fucking playing around with numbers all day on an app. It's not hard. It's simple as fuck, and it just makes life really easy when you're feeling like it might not necessarily be like hunger that's getting you. It might just be like cravings, and you feel like, oh well, I can't come off the plan. If I come off the plan, then there may as well be no point in doing it. And you kind of have like this like vicious cycle of like giving yourself shit. It doesn't have to be that way. So yeah, every now and again, if you want to use MyFitnessPal and make sure you just hit your proteins, fats, and carbs for the day, that's absolutely fine. Or as a bare minimum, hit your calories and your protein. That is also fine. So do not think you have to stick to the exact same meal plan that I've set you every single day of your life. Right, guys, let me know if you've got any questions.